Hello everybody, welcome back to another stream. I hope you're all doing well and having a wonderful, beautiful, amazing day today. I'm actually gonna turn that down just a little bit more. Okay. I would have loved to add other songs that are like KK Slider, like Animal Crossing covers of actual songs, but I don't want to push the copyright. I guarantee you there's a very good chance we'll get claimed for that, but I honestly don't even care. As long as it's not a strike, I couldn't care less. But welcome in, friends. Today, I'm just gonna get right into my announcement right away because I cannot contain myself. Okay, hold on. Get to where I can see the chat and everything. Okay. First and foremost, I want to say hello to you guys. There's a hair in my mouth. Hello to the hair. Hello Coda. Hello Ali. Hello Angel. Hello Saturn. Hello MS. Hello Nick. Welcome in, everybody. I'm not muted, right? Could you imagine how embarrassing that would be? Okay, cool. We're good. We're good. All right. So I have a new schedule finally. I don't know. I do know. You definitely noticed. I have been struggling very heavily this year with being able to put out nearly as much content and live streams as I would like to. And I finally am at a point where I can give you guys a for sure schedule. If you were not here for the beginning of the stream just a second ago to hear the music, I would genuinely like rewind it just to hear that because that was super fun. That's also available on Spotify if you'd like to hear it. It's literally just called Good Luck Babe and it's by, I think it says Clay K Slider. New schedule is quite amazing. Hello Shiver, welcome in. Hello Sabretooth, welcome as well, if I didn't say hello already. Before I forget, because I will ramble and I will forget in seconds if I don't, here is the schedule command. It should be open and available for everybody to use. If for some reason it acts weird, let me know. Given there might still be like a little bit of a delay after you use it so that way it's not spammed or something. But yeah, my new schedule for streams is going to be Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Central. The one thing I do want to preface right now is actually, it's either going to be on Thursday or Friday, but I'm getting a tattoo this week. And because I need a ride for that, I will probably be like a wee bit late to starting my own stream. I'm sorry. But that's going to be happening. I'll still be live those days regardless. You just might need to give me a little extra time to start. I don't know why I'm so shaky. I guess it's in a way because like I haven't been able to be like this in a long time to consistently be able to stream for you guys. And it's really exciting for me. Going back to Angel's comment that says we are so back. We absolutely are. We absolutely are back. And I don't know how many of you here exactly were here back at the time. I know Shiver was for sure. I'm gonna go to the other screen, by the way. I don't know how many of you were here for this, but there was a time I had a very similar schedule to this. I just had a slightly different start time. I've had all kinds of schedules, but we are back. We really are. I do want to say I probably need to time travel because I always get so paranoid that if I have a villager hunting stream and I time travel too soon or too much, then it'll accidentally autofill. And I'm not trying to ruin the vibe right now. We need to villager hunt for peaches. I already have my Nook Miles tickets. Oh, I do need to go grab my vaulting pole, which I guess I technically could wait for. And not to mention, hold on, I'm not even getting into this. Like, I decorated a bunch since you guys last saw this island. I guess I could do like a little run through as well. I'll be fast though, because I know we're supposed to be villager hunting today. I put a bunch of fencing around these trees. I needed something minor to fill in the areas, but I didn't know quite what to put. And I really liked the idea of the fencing. This area is supposed to be kind of like a train station / like bus stop area. Because there's a song that Chaperone sings called California. It says, "Come get me out of California." And it's supposed to be like a way of like exiting the area. More of the fencing. The pathing isn't perfect, so I will realistically be going back around so I can like fix it. But for right now, that's roughly where I want it to be. There is enter and exit areas all around here. Oh, I did get a design
Christmas
downloaded
gift in case I forget later, haha. I love you, Lexi, and I'm so happy you're getting back on track with content. Love you, SM.
You're gonna make me cry. Thank you. That was so sweet. This is not the time for me to get emotional, like genuinely. So I don't remember if my mascara is waterproof. Let me just okay, I think I'm good. Thank you. That was so sweet. Thank you. Can we get some hearts in chat for Saturn, please? Genuinely, that was so kind of you. Thank you. I really do appreciate that more than you know. That also really caught me off guard. Thank you. I promise you, it's been driving me up the wall not being able to stream consistently, like literally so much more than I can fathom. There's this area as well. This area is supposed to be for her song After Midnight. I'm not quite done with it, but you can kind of see what I'm going for. I moved a few of the villager houses so that way they can be in the upper area. There's not much up there per se. If you get peaches, you should betray them. Peaches, peaches, remember that song from the Mario movie? And thank you, Mountain Dew. Welcome in. Happy holidays, Lexi. Thank you. I'm gonna go this way because I don't have my ladder or my vaulting pole on me, so I love being all over the place. It's fine. I can get up there through here, right? Forgive me for taking a little longer to start. Added more of the wine bottles. I added this, and then if we go over here, okay, we have a little picnic spot. I know some of you on Discord saw this, but a lot of you didn't see, so I'm showing you now. I think you've seen this area back here. I just got a big ad on my screen of just this random man advertising something, so I look over expecting to see myself, and I just see this man. I'm like, who is this on my screen? Hello, Anthony. By the way, I don't remember if I said hello, so hello if I did not say that. This is Annalise's house. Annalise will stay over here, and then Lucky is the one that's moving out, and I'm hoping to put Peach's house right here where his house is. I think that's like the gist of everything. The fencing took a while, and so did the pathing. Thank you for being patient with me. I'll actually time travel now. That's like the main stuff that I worked on. Can I just get this man off my screen now? Bye. I haven't even asked yet. How's the music, by the way? Is it too loud or anything? I got a random ad about Uber One for students. I don't know. Whose man is this and why is he interrupting my stream? Right? Like, get off. I always do this whenever I start a stream, no matter how long I've been live for, but I get like really sweaty really quickly. And I think that's like part like nervousness, despite the fact that I've streamed for forever, and then the light being on me. And so I had to like go and take off my jacket, but I was gonna say, I really loved my outfit today. I felt like Sam and Dean Winchester for a moment. I really did. I just call it my supernatural jacket at this point. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna make it a little bit earlier in the day so it's not as like dark looking. And then I'm gonna risk it by going 2 days. Hopefully that doesn't backfire. Normally I do it a day at a time. Instead of falling asleep at a good time last night, I was up late stressing over my interview and watching TikToks about the job I was applying for. I regret that. I'm so tired. Do you want one of the wedding M&Ms? Before anybody asks, I have not gotten married yet. They're just wedding themed M&Ms.
With your headphones. You look like one of those cats from the Cats movie, the really bad one.
I am actually. Did you know I'm the one that wrote that musical? Actually, it's true. I wrote and produced it, and I also starred in every single role. You just didn't recognize me because I used really good effects. Also, hello, Alan. Welcome in. They're not even in here, but like I'll just use my mind powers and like bring them in here like that. Oh, and I was a little bit late today, just a little bit, because I was about to start, and then my lovely cat decided to drag my pajama pants into the litter box and get pee on them, so we love cat pee, I guess. Hey, sorry I'm late. What did I miss? Hello, Megs. Welcome in. Do we think this music is a vibe right now, or do you want me to switch to a different song? Like a little bit, that's honestly, realistically, probably gonna happen, and I'm really sorry. I will check to see if the notifications thing is going off. Oh, and by the way, thank you for the donation, if I didn't already say that, excuse me. Thank you, where are my manners? Hello. Okay. I'm not seeing anything on my end, so it must just be YouTube. Thank you! You guys are so nice to me today,
Alan
thanks!
Ironcloud donated $19.99 through Super Chat. Voila.
I am
Here's
still,
for these
I am still
chicken
craving
wings
them.
you raving.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Wait, did it say the tomorrow thing? Okay, yeah, then he's still here. I have to go by one more day. Pardon me. Sorry. Thank you. I appreciate it. I was saying the other day that I was craving Wingstop. I'm always randomly wanting it. Oh, and I will say, while I'm at it, since I did like kind of a risk with having the Good Luck Babe Animal Crossing version on the starting soon screen, if that goes well and I'm not like horribly screamed at by YouTube for it, they have a bunch of other songs that are like Animal Crossing covers. So maybe I could play those. Like they've got, I think they have Dancing Queen, Take On Me, for some examples. I also want to try Wingstop. There isn't one near me. I'll like manifest it in my brain and send it to you. There you go. Wait, when I do like this, it's like I'm poking you guys. Hopefully I didn't
What's
poke you
the
too
worst
hard.
M&Ms? Question for the chat. Imagine divorce ones.
Divorce M&Ms. The wedding M&Ms are white ones, like with like little cute sayings on them. Also, hello, Bill. Welcome in. Could just be YouTube trying to ruin my day, right? YouTube is always trying to bully us, honestly. We gotta poke YouTube is what we have to do. What was I saying? I feel like I had something I was gonna say, but I'm just jumping all over the place. Wingstop is okay. The one in our local area was good, but everything else they've gone downhill. That stinks. I'm sorry. We used to have a different location that wasn't as good, and then they moved, like, it was literally the same people, but they just moved physical locations because their other one just, I guess, wasn't getting them enough business. And now somehow they've gotten better, so maybe they have like a new owner or something. What was I gonna say though? Oh yeah, so my answer for the thing about the M&Ms, I feel like, by the way, is the alert box covered? I moved it to the top of the screen, and I'm gonna replay that. Wait. Did it show up for you guys or no? Maybe I'm just not looking whenever it goes off. Did the alert show up before I potentially mess up my settings? Please let me know. What if I work for YouTube? I need you to talk to them then and let me know why they won't fix their servers. But my answer for the question 4, I keep forgetting one more time. Worst M&Ms. I don't like the caramel ones. It's like genuinely too sweet. Like, have you ever had something that was so rich that it like physically hurts your mouth? The same. Wait, Lexi, don't forget your vaulting pole. Showed it for me? All right, cool. I probably just wasn't looking at the exact second that it showed up then. So I'm just like randomly laughing to myself. I just remembered the time that I was streaming and my phone at the time had an alarm set where Lady Gaga was the alarm music. And I would set off alarms to go off whenever I would do island visits so that way I wouldn't stay at one island for too long. And what do you know? It goes off for a moment while I'm streaming and it almost gets me copyrighted. Was anybody here for that? Let me know if you were. Hey, I don't even have my ladder in my pockets. I'm fine. Slightly delayed, as long as it shows up, we're good. Yeah, I think the delay generally happens just because like it has to like process the payment, and like once it's processed that, then it'll show up. Plus it has to be transferred, since my donations are through Streamlabs, it has to be transferred from Streamlabs to YouTube. So like it takes a second. Ew, wait, there's eggnog M&Ms? I take that back. I haven't even tried them and I already know that I hate them because I hate eggnog. I do have favorite M&Ms that when I'm mad because they discontinued them. Does anybody remember the pretzel M&Ms? Those are my favorite, and they got rid of them. It is so hot in here. Oh my gosh. Speaking of that, I have a question for you guys. So this is going to be asking in Fahrenheit. I see a lot of different opinions on this. So just for example, let's say in your home, it's currently 73 degrees. Do you consider that to be like kind of a good middle ground? Do you consider that hot or do you consider that cold? I was 8 years old when I realized you were supposed to pair eggnog with alcohol. Is that why it's disgusting? Maybe I need to start spiking my eggnog or something. I'll let you know how it goes. Humid. I'm running the air conditioner to humidify this place. It's fairly humid outside because it was raining recently. We've been turning the heater on. Sometimes it's not always on, but like we have been turning it on because it's been colder out for the most part. Thank you. Thank you, Angel, for the donation. I appreciate it.
Gamer donated $2 through Super Chat. Welcome back, Lexi.
Thank
X2.
you. Also, hey guys, sorry I've never made it to a stream before. I met you on Fairy's channel. I want to subscribe. Hello, Nuggie, welcome in. How are you? I recognize you from her chats. Welcome in. By the way, we do not want the robot chicken. The robot chicken can absolutely get off my screen. I really like eggnog. Maybe I'll give it another chance someday. You and Ben are on the same team. He likes eggnog too, and I think it's disgusting. Eggnog, hey Coda, eggnog is gross. 70 degrees is considered cold to me. I would say 75 is a warm temperature for me. As long as like we don't have like the heater running, because obviously that's gonna make it feel hotter than it is. But if it's just like the AC is on, or if like there's nothing blowing at all and it's just a matter of the temperature in the house, I would consider 73 a good middle ground. If the AC is on, that's kind of cold to me. Trying to teach my cats to use the cat wheel. Maybe if you like turn yourself into a cat and then meow to them, they'll understand. Is everyone hating eggnog? It's great. I am a proud eggnog hater. I love eggnog too. I'll try spiking it at least once. Don't do that though, kids, if you're of age. Don't do that, please. I don't condone underage drinking or smoking of any kind while we're at it. Okay, I don't know why I used to play ACNH so much and I just stopped for some reason. It's understandable. A lot of people did that. I don't play it every day anymore. I only play it when I truly feel like it, because if I even remotely force myself, I just immediately lose interest and it ruins it for me. A poll about eggnog? Sure. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I didn't used to always do this. Like for a long time I would just say sure, and now I say sure, and I don't know why I pronounce it like that. Like, Lexi, it's not the ocean. The baby kittens are asleep in their cage after I let them out to run around the house after 2 hours. Oh no, for 2 hours, not after 2 hours. Excuse me, I read that wrong. I feel like, I mean, imagine like if your legs were that small, you'd probably get really tired too. Because like at that stage, like their legs are so tiny. So like they've only got so much energy packed in their little bodies. And speaking of like sleeping and whatnot, do you guys feel like naps actually help you when you're tired or no? Because for some reason, I just personally feel like they almost always make me feel worse. Sometimes they do help, but a lot of the time, I just wake up feeling like I'm in an alternate universe and my head hurts and I'm dehydrated. Oh, that and I'm always mysteriously very sweaty when I wake up. Patchy the Gray, my one is kind of sick and he's been throwing up. I'm so sorry. I feel like if that continues, especially like if it's in excessive amounts, like you might need to get that checked out. Luna only throws up, I mean, she's not a kitten anymore. She's like a full-grown adult cat. She really only throws up from like time to time, and typically it's because like she will groom excessive hair off of herself, and then it, like, yeah, I don't want to be gross, but you get the picture. Try to say sure in the best New York accent and I will rate it. I hate that I have to sit and think now what a New York accent would sound like. I've never been to New York. Naps are good for me. Hope he gets better, Alan. Agreed. Lexi the kitten might need to go to the vet. Hello, Rachel. Welcome in. I'm gonna get him checked out. All right, probably get them dewormed and shots next week, likely. Well, that's good. Is anybody else with cats? Like, does your cat ever like try to open whatever treat container that you have for them? Because Luna is like a fiend for treats. She'll sit there and paw at it in the middle of the night just so I get up and I either put it away or I give her some so she stops. Yeah, they're very driven with the laser light. I want to buy them a new one, but I want to make sure they like it first. I had too much to do this week. I have to take the truck Wednesday to go get it. Service picked up a rental, and that could take over a day. Well, I hope we're able to get everything done and still make time for yourself. It's really important that despite how like busy and stressed a person might be, that you still make time for yourself. Peanut, wait, where's my paper? Hold on. Wait. Okay, there. Now I'm conflicted because I'm searching for Peaches, but Peanut is a villager that I need. You know what? It's way too early for me to switch that up, and I'm not going to be able to get an empty villager slot fast enough. I'm going to wait and get Peanut from a, what's the word? Treasure Island. I'm going to ask and see if April Honey can get her there for me, because Peaches is my priority. The reason she's my priority and I'm choosing to leave Peanut there is because, you know, Peaches is a pink horse in the game. She's the only pink horse villager. And the island's name is called Pink Pony, you know, in reference to Chapel Roan. Therefore, Pink Pony is the priority. If worse gets to worse, then I will take him to the emergency vet. I hope it doesn't get that bad. New York accent sorts of sounds like Italian to me. It's like a mix between Italian and American slang. I feel like if I attempted to sound Italian, that would be almost even more embarrassing. I don't have any cats, but my child does try opening her snacks. It's basically the same thing. Fair enough. It's always really fun whenever like you either babysit or if you have your own child and they get to that age where they are just getting into anything and everything. Like, I remember whenever I would babysit, I'm not gonna get too many details publicly because I don't know how okay with it the parents would be, but the child at the time was at said age and would always get really upset with me whenever I wouldn't let him electrocute himself. So that was fun. I hope you enjoy your lurk, Alan. And hello, Handy Mario Bros. Welcome to the stream. I feel like we've seen a couple of new faces tonight, and I just would like to talk about this really good emoji that Shiver made of me forever ago. It's my face on a pickle. No explanation needed. It's just me on a pickle. Oh, and another thing. Do you remember a while back whenever I told you guys I lost my case and copy for Breath of the Wild, and I lost my case for Tears of the Kingdom? I never found them. They just got sucked into a black hole. So that's really annoying. I have so many things I just keep wanting to talk about. Like, my brain is like rapid fire thinking of things because I've missed this with you guys so much. And you know what else is like frustrating about that? We'll be mid-conversation together and then like my brain is like, wait, talk about this other thing, hurry, talk about it before you forget. And I don't know why I do that. But I'm like trying to pace myself a little more because I don't want to like confuse people, including myself. Hello, Classy Cozy Gamer, welcome in. I can't find my amiibo cards right now, but I did lose a whole ironing board once. Honestly, I'd probably do that too. I don't know how I do it. I swear it's like my stuff gets sucked into a black hole. And to think about that, I saw this girl do an experiment trying to find where all of the missing socks in the house were going. She opened up like a bottom compartment on her dryer, and that's where all the socks were. They don't really know how the socks got into that compartment, but they just did. How's everything going with you? Going good, unless you're asking somebody else. Well, either way, I answered anyways. I also get that feeling that there was always something to talk about, but I don't want to talk about it. What do you mean? You okay? This is another thing that aggravates me, trying to twist bottle caps on, and it feels like no matter how many times you set it on there, it doesn't go on the right way. Who was I talking about crocheting with? I feel like it was you. It was me. In fact, speaking of crochet, I have I mean, it's kind of wonky, but it was my first attempt at a crochet blanket a long time ago. I didn't do it correctly, but I've kept it like that anyways because it gives it character. My cat is laying on it right now. She's asleep though, so I can't bring you the cat or the blanket because she would get mad. Forgot to mention, did anyone drink any water? I just did. Oh, I have a very, very cringe joke to tell everybody. I said this in a different stream chat, and I can tell from just looking at my own chat right now that a few of you were there for it. So if you know the answer, please don't spoil it for everybody else, but I have a joke for you, okay? So my question for you is, what did the windmill say whenever it was asked what its favorite kind of music was? If you didn't drink some now, you know what? I'll just drink some anyways because I am like on and off. Some days I'm really good about my water intake and other days I'm like terrible about it. Yay, I have such a bad memory sometimes. I love crocheting though and making a bunch of people's gifts. Didn't I tell you that I was gonna make my baby nephew a blanket? His baby blanket? I think I did. I wanna make some kind of cool plushie for him too, but like, I can't do plushies. Like I really suck at it. I can only do like very basic blankets, honestly. That I also know a lot of plushies require you to crochet the magic circle correctly. It took me forever to learn that. I finally got it and then I stopped crocheting for a while and I've already lost the skill. So now I've got to relearn. That's gonna be fun. Ew, it needs to go away. Not me just like silently dancing to the music for a second. Yes, you did. I once made someone a giant blanket. Do you like to make yours like with a really big crochet hook, or do you do like the finger knitting, finger like crocheting thing? Because I've done both, and honestly, while either option is very meticulous, I personally find doing it just with my hands to be a little bit easier. You just gotta be careful and not make like the loops like uneven. They have to be the same size, otherwise it's gonna look really weird at the end. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the answer to the joke. I don't know if anybody was interested, but I'm subjecting you guys to this anyways. So I said, you know, what did the windmill say when somebody asked what its favorite kind of music was? And it said, I'm a big metal fan. Knee slap. I love how nobody asked and I was just really excited about it anyways. I've only made that one gift, but I used a really big hook. It was such an arm workout. I don't like using the big hooks. It's annoying. I just like using my hands for those blankets. Still here to get my insulin pod replaced? No, you're fine, Coda. You're good. You're completely fine. Internally slapping myself? Don't slap yourself. Don't do that. That's not nice. Why am I getting some of the robo villagers today? No, you're good, Angel. I know what you meant. You're good. Angel, I'm using your name on here as an example for this command because I've seen a couple of new faces periodically lately, and I wanted to show off that command. So I'm not actually mad at you. I was using your name as an example. You know what else I've been sorting out? I brought this up the other day, and I did tell you guys I was very interested in trying this. I said I was interested in trying vertical streams. I am still trying to figure out how that's even set up in the first place, because it's like a huge pain. I definitely want to try it at some point, for sure. That's why I'm trying to figure out how to set it up. However, I really don't know realistically how often I would do that, but 100% I'm gonna at least try it at some point. Just give me some time to figure it out. Angel Flick sounds like a cool name, by the way. It sounds like the name of like a warrior. Oh, and I just thought about something. Now that I have my new schedule out and official, I should probably do a web fishing stream again at some point. I should do that. The first time around, I just needed to like get to know the game and everything because I didn't know how to play. Peanut! She just really wants to go to my island. Sorry, Peanut, but Peaches here is the priority. Oh, my Sims today? It was really fun. It's one of those things though that does give me copyright claims. So while that's definitely not as bad as a strike, I just have to make sure that like I don't like do that too often. I did really like it though. With My Sims Kingdom, that was the first time that I had really played it, at least that I can remember of, because I don't want to be repetitive because I've said this a few times already, but basically we used to have a copy of that in the house when I was a kid, but I have no recollection of whose it was. It was just, I just know it was there. So maybe I played it and I just don't remember. Either way, it felt new to me and I thought it was really fun. I do have a bias towards the original My Sims though, because that was my favorite when I was younger. Was the original streaming schedule Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays in the morning? Yes. So it was Fridays at 5 and then Saturdays and Sundays at 11 a.m. There was actually a time on my channel where I streamed every single day, and I believe the start time for that was at like 6 p.m. Central. Who knows? Maybe that will come back someday, but that will not be happening anytime soon. I need to get myself used to this first. Because I'm telling you right now, I know myself. And if I tried to make myself do that right now, I would burn myself out within a week and not be able to stream. Who is this random woman talking about Burlington on my screen? Get on my screen. On my screen. Oh, in the poll. I forgot to end that. Oopsies. Lexi was streaming bright and early in the morning. I was. I would get up at 8 a.m. for those to get ready and everything, to eat and get coffee and whatnot. And I'm not gonna lie, even though it's not outrageously early by any means, it felt early to me. Hans, I'm asking you nicely. I'm holding your gorilla hand and I'm saying for you to go away and to get off of my screen. Stop visiting my stream before my chat and I personally fight you. Because we will. Literally, I've been getting that one too, Angela. I don't even look at any of that stuff and I just keep getting like bombarded with ads about it. Is it something that's called like pie? I feel like it is. I think the one that's been bombarding me is called pie. I think it's supposed to be like made by the same people that made honey. Watch me talking about it, end up getting it spammed on my channel more. It better not happen. Tisk tisk. That's called pie. It's getting annoying and like I don't necessarily like have anything against like an ad blocker. I have mixed feelings. Like I get it, but I also worry that people won't get revenue that they need with the ads not being there. But at the exact same time, as a viewer and like digital consumer, 100% I understand how annoying they are. So I'm just getting annoyed because that's like one of the only ads I've been seeing lately. Like, come on, give me some variety, please. Or however they spell it, yeah. Either way. Oh, if there's any other horror movie fans in chat right now, I don't know if any of you have watched the Smile franchise, but I saw something that, and this is, I'm gonna say, take this with a grain of salt because this could be false, but I saw something that was saying apparently a third one is confirmed. It's not necessarily fully in the works yet though, because filming is supposed to start next year, which technically isn't that far away. I see it's on Nintendo Music at one point. I get all kinds of ads. Lately, it's just been the pie one. Anyone seen Red One? I have not. I know he's a monkey, but this character for some reason always reminds me of Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Just finished a cow and he's so cute. I want to see. You should join the Discord server. I want to see now. Oh, wait, are you in Ashland's server? You could also just ping me there in pics and vids if you want to. Either or. This got is perfect in case you were wondering. Thank you. And speaking of, I have a bunch of different playlists. I think the one that I have on right now is like, okay, it's 2 hours and 1 minute long. I just need to be very careful about the time then, so that way I don't accidentally keep it playing. So I think if I keep it playing past that and not having it loop, it'll start playing something else. And I'm very worried that it'll choose something copyrighted. Well, that's okay. Is it one of the cow plushies where it's like a sitting one? Like, you know what I mean by a sitting plushie where it's like stuffed enough and it's shaped in a way where it can stand up on its own? Or do you mean one that's more of like a squishy, like floppy kind of plushie? Either or, I'm sure it's cute. Oh, no, you're fine. It's okay. You don't have to get it. I was just suggesting because that's like the easiest way that you could show it to me. That's actually a very good question, though. I'm going to make that into a poll. I'm very curious. When I say stiff, I don't mean like the plushie being like rock hard. I just mean like it's stuffed enough that it can just be like stabilized by itself. I'm buying my cats a wheel. Even if they don't use it, I can replace the one we have. The cats pick the foam pads so much that they're very hard to get them off. Eventually, I want to get one of those scratchers that's like a ramp and you can prop it up and like hook it onto your bed. I've got a bed frame that's real sturdy, so I feel like I could secure it there somehow and just have Luna use that. It would help her to get on the bed. She doesn't have any problems jumping necessarily, but I feel like over time, like she'll eventually get to that point. You know, it's an unfortunate thing, but it's true. So I feel like it'd be nice for her to have to scratch it, but also so that way she can climb. It's standing, but the head is a bit floppy, but cute. I love that. I eventually want to get to the point where I can make plushies confidently. I want to make one of Kuchikopi from Bob's Burgers. Speaking of, there was a plushie version of that I saw on Amazon a while ago, but now it says, see all buying options. So they probably sold out of it or something, which is annoying. Wait, is that the cat snoring? No, I'm just hearing stuff. Anyways. I'm trying to teach Molly. She's very overweight and needs exercise. What I do with Luna to get her to like exercise, have you ever seen those like plastic colorful springs? I don't know what it is about them, but she goes crazy for these colorful springs. Like I'll squish them to get her attention and then I'll throw it. She loves chasing those. And then when it comes to chasing strings, I know those can be risky sometimes with cats. So I'm very strict about it with her. If anybody that I know personally ever wants to play with them with her, they have to keep their eyes on her at all times when they have her chase a string, just because I know that can easily go wrong. That, and then I only do this if my arm is covered with a blanket or a hoodie sleeve. I'll let her like rabbit kick my arm. Given I still feel her nails, but like it doesn't ever actually scratch me all the way because of the barrier with the fabric. She's obsessed with the laser light, so I think she will use it. I've seen a version of that where it can like hook onto your cat's collar, and so it's like if you press the button to turn it on, it'll just continually shine for them to chase wherever they go. And the only reason I don't like that is because cats eventually have to feel like they like caught or like captured whatever it is they're playing with and chasing. Because, you know, that's like chasing prey for them, and if you don't give them some kind of a way to feel like they accomplished catching it, they feel disappointed and it's not satisfying for them, and then it's just like, I mean, it kind of makes them sad in a way. I don't feel like it's very fair. I'm seeing a lot of the gorilla villagers today for some reason. Oh, by the way, if you have not already, please be sure to like the live stream. It's completely 100% free. And it is a super easy way to support me, especially right now because I have been suppressed a lot in the algorithm lately from not being able to stream. Like it's not just a, like a woe is me thing. I mean that very literally. Whenever a channel doesn't post as much as they did for a while, YouTube is more hesitant to push their content out for a bit because they don't feel like it's as worthwhile. So if you don't mind, liking the stream would genuinely be so helpful right now. Thank you so much. Donkey Kong is coming to your island. He really is. All the gorillas are. I guess my milkshakes are just bringing the gorillas to the yard and they're like, it's better than yours. I'm so excited for my tattoo this week. I haven't had a tattoo in a while. And speaking of that, to give you like a quick explanation if anybody here doesn't really know much about tattoos, basically, no matter who you are or like what kinds of genetics you got, this happens to everybody eventually. It's just part of tattoos. But basically, after enough years, the ink will start to migrate just a little bit. So like, let's say part of your tattoo has like a very thin straight line, okay? That's part of your tattoo. Eventually, that thin line is gonna start to look a little bit thicker than it used to because of that ink migration under your skin. And it's very subtle, very slow, very gradual, and you won't really notice until you compare photos. But my Celeste tattoo, I compared it to a photo that I had last night, and the lines are so much thicker than they used to be. And it's not like ugly or anything, like I still like it, but I was like, oh my gosh, because like it's migrated so much already. Yeah, I was saying that earlier in the stream, so in fact, I'll just say it again in case anybody didn't hear that. But basically, either on Thursday or Friday, depending on how the week goes, I'm gonna go and get a new tattoo. That's realistically gonna be around like 3:30, and I feel like if I had to give you a rough estimate, it'll probably take like 2 hours, which means I will be kind of late to my own live stream. I will still be streaming regardless of that fact. I'll just be kind of late. With that said, specifically mods, if you if you can't be there or if you end up being really late as a result of that, that is okay. You're good. I just need a ride whenever I go and get my tattoo, so I can't be as picky about the timing. What are you getting? I am getting the anti-possession tattoo symbol from Supernatural. I literally, if anybody ever asks me about Supernatural or Bob's Burgers, especially Supernatural to be honest, because like, Love those shows. I will talk your ear off and I will yap at a never-ending level if you let me. Which is why you shouldn't ask me, because I will yap and yap and yap and yap until you wish that your ears had a off button. And the reason why that's so special to me is just because I'm not gonna start yapping right now. I'm just explaining myself a little bit for my choice on it. Supernatural has been very close to my heart for a very long time. I've been a fan for about a decade now, and for a lot of personal reasons, it got me through a lot of really, really, really difficult times in my life, and it's very special to me, so I'm very excited for it. I'm gonna stop there though so I don't yap and talk everyone's ears off. Freya! Okay, I was earlier looking at my amiibo cards and I was telling myself, because I'm trying to wrap up this island sooner. I've had it for like, I would consider long enough now. I'm not like outraged. In fact, before I continue, let me just check my passport and see what it says. Okay, I got this island in middle-ish of August and it's December now, so I would kind of like to wrap it up. That's why I'm willing to replace some of the builders that I originally had picked out. Given I'm not gonna go and get Freya right now because I'm focused on getting Peaches. But I'm a lot more open now to choosing other villagers, and I've got, again, a handful of amiibos that I picked out. In fact, hold on. Okay. I have a pile of them right here. Here are villagers that I'm considering as possible replacement choices. So we have Flora, Nana, and then Chrissy I was already gonna have, so I have her amiibo card ready. There's Cookie. Again, Freya, I was thinking about her. I have her amiibo. It's another reason why I'm not trying to go and grab her right now. Now, Tiffany's not like me. I love how I'm doing this. Like you can see, they're super small. That was probably pointless. Tiffany, she's kind of like the goth rabbit character. And while she may not be pink or anything, I still feel like she would suit the island. We have Gale and then Julian. So again, they're just replacement ideas if I feel like it comes down to that, which there's a very good chance that it will. One villager, though, 100% that I am not willing to budge on is Peaches. You can tell. But what else is something that you could talk about for hours? Let me think. That's a very good question. Animal Crossing. Literally just Animal Crossing. I could talk about gaming, travel, anything. Where's somewhere that you would like to travel to? I think I've said this a few times before on my channel, but I would love to go to Japan someday. Literally, honestly, almost anywhere in Japan. Like, I just would love the opportunity to do that. There's a lot of areas that I'm sure are very underrated that don't get enough visitors. But personally, I actually would not want to visit Tokyo because I just feel like it's so packed full of people that I would just be overwhelmed. I feel like I want to go somewhere like Osaka, maybe. And that's like, that's another area that gets visited by tourists, but I would still like to visit. Yeah, I would want to go to Japan too, Angel. I just feel like I'd probably be a little bit too overwhelmed in Tokyo because I know it's like the #1 place that people visit in Japan. Ew, I don't know if you guys heard that, but I went to take a sip of my water and like the way that the air moved and the water moved at the same time, it sounded like a fart. I have to go for a bit. See you later if I can. No worries. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Oh, I don't know if you saw how early you came in, but if you're still in the chat as I'm seeing that, there's the new schedule. Hello, Sidef. Welcome in. Agnes, literally, Agnes and I, we have a history. I'm leaving right now. If I stay for too long, I'm going to fight Agnes. I popped my knuckle and then it made my ring slide to the side. I also have beef with her. What did Agnes do to you? So basically I said if I used to have a tropical summery island and I was trying to get the villager Faith that day, I finally found her. I was thrilled. Chat and I were celebrating. And I thought that I had talked to her enough to convince her to move to my island, but I did not. I thought that I did, but I didn't. So I left, I saved the game, go to the next day, expecting to see Faith, and it says that Agnes is autofilling. And I went on a rage that day. I was so mad. So Agnes and I, we have beef. Or maybe I should just say pork. But that sounds silly. Agnes and Lexi have had some beef recently. Yeah, we don't like each other. She was the sisterly on my first island, and she refused to leave, and she made me dislike the sisterly villagers. I love like the sisterly and like the snooty villagers. I love how spicy their personalities can get. Plus, I also feel like Nintendo has over time, like with every Animal Crossing game coming out, the villagers like have slightly less and less personality each time. So I feel like that's probably why I like the snooties and the sisterlies. I feel like they've got a little bit of zazz left to them. Poor Agnes. It really isn't that big of a deal because I ended up getting Faith regardless, but it was just very annoying to me that day. Like I went back and screen recorded that and made it into a short, which you'd have to scroll down pretty far to find it, but I have a short of my reaction of it on my channel. That's not Rhonda. I don't know who that is. I feel like I literally cannot contain myself. I'm not gonna spoil it yet. Don't worry, because I know a lot of people want me to keep it a surprise. That's what I do for most of the time. I am so excited for the next island theme that I have ready. Sometimes, depending on the day, whenever I make a new island that has like a pre-planned theme that I've kept a secret, again, depending on the theme, sometimes I have to tell you what it is whenever the stream starts, just because like I might like name my avatar after a certain thing and then it's gonna end up spoiling it regardless. So I have to tell you. But then other times I'm able to wait until the very end. The only thing I will say is I'm not gonna be able to wait until the end, like, cause it's gonna end up getting spoiled really quickly. So there's like no point in trying to hide it. Hazel made me fall in love with Sisterly again. I love Hazel. She's a sweetie pie. I will always defend Hazel. Flip made me not like Jocks until I met Bam and started liking Jocks again. I'm not even kidding. So this was whenever I last like really truly like actively played New Leaf. I had Flip move into my town and I was so mad that I literally just quit playing the game. And he's really honestly, at least in my opinion, not that bad. So I don't know why I had that strong of a reaction. I just like essentially quit playing regularly after that. Super unrelated, but I thought of something fun I want to do for a poll. So I'm gonna have to get some context while I type this, but do you guys remember that viral meme of that one dress where everybody debated if it was blue and black or if it was white and gold? That's what this poll is, but I want to know what you thought that dress was. Come on. Could you imagine if I go to like click, you know, enter poll or whatever, and then I accidentally just ended the stream? I would cry. Honestly, I would. I already cried earlier a little bit, but it's fine. If anybody needs me to repeat what I was talking about for the dress, just let me know. Just because I don't have a picture saved on my computer right now or anything. Marcel's another villager that I feel like is very underrated and just gets so overlooked. Same thing with Chester. Chester the bear cub gets overlooked a lot. That would be a disaster. It's white and gold, blue and black. I always thought it was blue and black. Oh, Coda, I don't think you were in the community at the time for this, so I'm gonna give you a bit of context. I think almost everybody here was there for this. But basically, I had a stream a while back. I think this was supposed to be for my 2-year streaming anniversary. I don't know, forgive me if I'm a little off with the timing, but it was an anniversary stream, and I can tell you that confidently. I was trying to do a really fun 8-hour stream that I had planned. And then like repetitively over and over and over and over, the stream would disconnect and I would have to restart. And I think I had to retry that almost 10 times before I finally gave up, and it just completely destroyed my whole day. That was probably one of the biggest streaming disasters I think I've ever had. It's crazy how we see colors differently. It's white and gold for me. I love seeing what people think about it just because I personally only see blue and black, but like, I don't know, I find it very fascinating. What I don't understand though is the people that get like legitimately angry about it because it's just a dress. Not that deep. The dress. Did I? Okay. I had the thing pushed up a little bit too much and it would have gotten squished. None of the builder I feel like is back there. Like when it's this kind of an island shape, I feel like they're typically in the back right corner. This is another one of those builders that that just makes me laugh because she's a cat and her name is Kitty. Like, Nintendo, what were you doing? That just causes so much beef online. It really does. And I'm like, as fun as it is to debate with each other, some of y'all are being actually kind of mean. Like, can we tone it down, please? It's a dress. It's not that deep. Despite you restarting your stream like 10 times, I'm disappointed in myself for not knowing you did streaming until like a month ago. At least it's okay. No, you do not need to be disappointed in yourself. You're fine. You're good. It's okay. All is forgiven. You're fine. Thank you though. That's sweet. That's really sweet. I love her. It's the internet. Lexi, having an opinion opposite is the equivalent of committing a crime by many people. Literally. Where is the lie here? That was very well said. Like cat, but with a K. I saw a poll about black and blue and white and gold, and I'm like, what's going on? Oh, Angel. Okay, so basically, there was this dress that went viral like several years ago, and because of the way the photo was taken, some people see it as white and gold, and some people see it as blue and black. And it became like this huge meme. I mean, I can pull up a picture if you want me to. I'm sure you could also probably put into Google Images just viral black and blue, white, gold dress, something like that. You probably couldn't see about my I did this with my fingers to show typing. As if anybody types with their fingers like worms. Going back a little bit to what Kodo was saying with streaming, I just realized something. Not only next year am I going to be 24, but I believe that that will also be my 5-year streaming anniversary. So I was 18 when I started posting videos, and then I turned 19 a few months later. So I was 19 when I started streaming. Yes, yeah, that'll be my 5-year streaming anniversary next year. Given that'll be all the way in September, but still. Zucker, this is the second time I've seen you. Please stop. I just feel like time is going by uncomfortably fast. Like, I need it to slow down a little. I'm not ready to be 24. I'm not ready to be 24. Please stop. I feel like I've just barely adjusted to being 23. It's so cold and rainy and gloomy here today. I feel more tired because of it. It's been rainy and very cold here, and then it randomly warmed up a little bit today, and I'm like, please stop. I was enjoying the weather that you gave me. Please chill. The fact that you've been streaming for that long is impressive. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do try. I've unfortunately, without getting into detail for my personal privacy, I've faced, especially this past year, a significant amount of roadblocks, but I'm trying, I promise. I'm not ready to be 36. Can time just like slow down for all of us? By the way, it's short and sweet, as I have listed in the rules. Please, if you're younger than 18, please don't talk about your age or anything that will hint at it. I don't mean that to sound super restrictive or strict or anything. It's just simply for your own safety. If you're 18 or older, you can do that as much as you please. Just be mindful of your own privacy. How long have I been watching, Lexi? I don't remember when you exactly started, but I do remember you being here for my Coraline Island. I'm not ready to be 21. I felt like I was gonna lose my mind when I turned 21 just because like obviously that's the age where you can start legally drinking in the US, but also it was just like, that felt so official to me. Like 20 didn't even really feel like official to be in my 20s. Once I hit 21, I was like, okay, the world means business now. This age is sounding a little too serious for my liking. You know what I mean? Hi, hello SS World, welcome in. I turn 23 next month. I feel like, obviously your 20s is not old by any means. Neither is your 30s, and in my opinion, even being in your 40s, that is not old. None of that is old to me. But I feel old anyways, and so do my joints. I was laying in bed earlier and I was just adjusting my legs to get more comfortable, and I moved my hip a certain way and I hear like a crunch noise. Like, have you ever heard like your joints make a sound where the cartilage kind of crunches a little bit? That's what my hip did. I'm fine, don't worry. I didn't hurt myself, but it made a very unpleasant sound. I know, like I have to do taxes now, adult stuff. I've been doing my own taxes since 14. Taxes, every time I have to file taxes, I feel like I go through the 5 stages of grief. I also feel like I sprout an extra gray hair every time. I already have a couple in the back of my head. Thankfully, you cannot see through the stream, and in person, you cannot see them unless I deliberately point them out to you. But I've got a couple back here and then like one a little bit closer to the front. Bro, how am I gonna be the same age as Lexi when I first met them? I'm turning 20 next year. Why are we all aging? Can we just take a collective potion so we can stop? Can be youthful forever. Hello, Handy Mario Bros, welcome in. I'm feeling a little sad these last few months because my friend from school betrayed me. I'm so sorry. That's no fun. I don't know what happened, but I hope that you're okay. And I hope that you're taking care of yourself. Because sometimes whenever things like this happen in life, especially if it's something as intense as a betrayal from a trusted individual, it can be really hard to take care of yourself. It's a lot easier to neglect your well-being than it is to take care of yourself. But I promise, if you do at least some kind of self-care, even if it's like the tiniest thing in the world, not only is that better than nothing, but your future self will thank you. I'm sorry that you're going through that though. We all love adulting. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I just want to scream. Just like a Wizard 101 Banshee. I just remembered something. Looking at the airport logo in the game reminded me of something. Apparently, the USPS logo is supposed to be an eagle. I always thought it was like a piece of mail at a weird angle and it was supposed to be moving really fast and that's why it looked weird. But no, it's an eagle, and I'm 23 and I just learned this. I'm genuinely, if y'all didn't know that, now that you know. But what? I feel like all of you probably know, and I look ridiculous now. I lived my whole life thinking it was a piece of mail moving really fast. Hearts in the chat for Essa? Absolutely. Here, while you say that, here. I'll add some. Hold on. Here we go. It hits harder when family, friends, kids are now almost adults. Like, where did time go? It's so trippy whenever you have siblings and then you all live in separate places and then one of your siblings starts having kids. Like, it's so trippy. Ducks have bills. They absolutely do. And I unfortunately share that trait with ducks. Like spinking. The other day, I wanted to get my tattoo sooner than I was getting it, but I had to prioritize holiday gift shopping and then paying my credit card bill. I thought it was an airplane. I thought it was a piece of mail. I don't know. No robo chicken. Thankfully, I just caught myself because I almost just like burped really loud right into the mic. And I feel like all of you would have just collectively left immediately if I did that. Except for my mods, I feel like they would have just been like, nah, I'm used to it. a last minute shopper? Do you get it shopping done as soon as possible? I get it done as soon as possible because if I sit there and I think about it for too long, it stresses me out. So I just try to get it done all at once, and like, it makes me cringe watching that much money leave my account at the same time. But then it's worth it because then I feel like at that point I can focus the rest of the year on saving money. The robot builders are like, we want to add a little AI to your island. Absolutely not. Get off. Hey, running back. Hello, Nuggie. Welcome back. I can keep going about our day. No, right? I feel like y'all would just be like, yeah, this is normal. It's fine. As long as you say excuse me, I'll be fine. What if I didn't? What if I said excuse you? Pashmina, I'm not gonna get her, but she's a queen. I'm like, Pashmina, like I'm excited, and immediately followed up by, I'm not getting her. I love her. She's another underrated character in my opinion. Very true, Saturn. I feel like I had something else I was gonna say, but now I can't remember what it was. It'll come back to me. Give me like 5 minutes tops and we'll be back. Are we good? Can y'all hear me and see me? YouTube's being a little goofy again. That was not me though. I will check Streamlabs just to make sure. Nope, okay. I didn't drop frames or anything. We're good. Are we okay? Can y'all hear me and see me? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Okay. We're good. This year, I allow myself to treat myself on something pricey. Once is for Christmas and once for my birthday. I try to treat myself, but sometimes I also feel like I kind of struggle with that. Does anybody else feel like that? Like you feel like you struggle to like allow yourself little treats? Okay, we're gonna do some cleaning real quick. Be back in flash. No worries, you're good. Yes, I can hear and see you. Yes, I somehow turned off my laptop. You're fine. It's okay. I was just asking because I saw like a little bit of a lag moment. So I just want to make sure. I still don't understand how my bitrate got so high because normally it's at like 6,000, I think, which sounds like ridiculously high, but what I'm going to tell you in a second is worse. The other day when I go to fix it, whenever it was like repetitively dropping frames a lot, guess what my bitrate had gone to? I don't know how it did this, but it did. My bitrate was at like 10,000 and I was like, what? That did not need to be that high. I'm with you. This year I'm finally getting Mario Kart 8. Yay! I hope you love it. Speaking of Mario games, by the way, now that I've got my schedule put in place, I need to pick out a day to play Mario Party Jamboree. I feel like that would probably be better as like a weekend kind of a thing. What do you guys think? Just because that's like a with viewers kind of a game, and so like I need, ew, Chops, go away right now. Absolutely not. How is the Animal Crossing business treating you? It's going good. I like how you talk about though like it's like an actual business. If you saw me physically jump for a second, it's because somebody just shut the garage door really like loudly and it scared me. That was my genuine reaction. It's for the stray cat. I'm trying to befriend the cat. Yeah, how's the progress going with that, by the way? That'd be awesome. And oh, so are you gonna watch the Wholesome Direct? When is it, by the way? Because I saw it, but I don't remember when it's supposed to be happening. I would love to play with you if you do it on a time that I'm not working. If you're comfortable with it and you don't have to, you could DM me on Discord or into mod chat, either or what your work schedule is. But again, if you'd rather not, totally fine. I want to watch that actually. I know that Intent Talk is going to be a co-host. I feel like that would be such a good opportunity as a streamer, but at the same time, I feel like I would be terrified of doing that. I burped again. Why can't I stop? And did it again. Hello? Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time. I think that's either 1 or 2 for me. I won't be live for that, but I'll definitely be watching. I've been trying to pull in the reins on how much money I spend on games. So I have a bunch of them that I just need to play more often anyways. A lot of them that need finishing. So I'm trying to just be a lot pickier about when I spend money on it. A lot of times I'll see them and it's like, it looks like it's really fun. It's like something that I'll enjoy. But I also have a tendency to want to go and buy all these games. And then I either don't finish it or I only played a few times and then I drop it. And it's like, as much as like I liked the idea of it or I liked the art or whatever it is, I know that I'm not going to end up finishing it. So it's just like, there's no point. Like, it feels like a waste of money to me now. So I do buy games still. I'm just very picky about it. Oh, it's 2 CST. Okay, I was close. He would come up the steps halfway when I was on the porch. I tossed some treats as soon as I went inside. He came up and ate. Well, that's good. I was thinking if I'm able to, since like, I mean, occasionally it warms up a little bit more like it did today, but for the most part, it's been staying colder. Because of the winter, I've been thinking of making those DIY little like animal houses to put outside. Like, you know how you can get those plastic, really big Sterilite containers and put things like, I don't know if it's hay or straw they put inside. We put one of those inside and like a couple of other things to make it a little more insulated. And then stray cats and other small animals can go inside and use it as a mini shelter to sleep in overnight whenever it's cold. I've never made them of that sort before, but I have, however, at night with my mom's permission, kept the garage propped open enough that cats can squeeze under, and we would have little beds made in there. And this was an experiment that we did, but we put a camera in there that I could check on my phone, and then we would check the phone periodically at night, and stray cats would walk into the garage, they would eat some of the food that I left for them, drink some water, and they would either leave or they would go to sleep and take a nap on one of the beds. It was like the cutest thing ever. He will come up the steps halfway when I was on the, oh, we already did that, hee hee. I love when I do that. Whenever I reread a message and I like halfway through realize it. How embarrassing. I'm hoping for the creators of Wildflowers announcers a new game because the Instagram post saying that they have an announcement for tomorrow's direct. Either that or it's gotta be something like fairly big for Wildflowers, I would guess. If they're hyping it up like that, clearly gotta be something good. He's closer to you in the yard when you call him. When you put food out, I think if it wasn't cold, I would stay outside and see if he would come to me. If you're open to it at all, maybe try getting like a cheap like camera of some sort, kind of like I had, and have it set up somewhere so you can monitor how often he shows up and what he does. We did that, and like aside from the stray cats, we also got a possum here and there. Sometimes the possum would be in there at the same time as the cats, and surprisingly they didn't fight, they just kind of left each other alone. I need to charge my laptop, so I'm out of here. Bye, I'll see you in the Discord. Bye, Angel. Thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate you. We can watch him and the other stray cats and foxes. Oh, on the Ring doorbell. Okay, that works too. Just because the Ring doorbells always give you notifications. Hamlet! Okay, I don't know if you guys knew, but Hamlet is actually Canada Crossing's favorite villager, literally of all time. Yeah, Danny, he loves Hamlet. They are best friends. Nobody tell him I said that though, because then he'll come into the stream and yell at me. Yeah, he loves Hamlet. When you absolutely please like the stream, that would be amazing, please and thank you, especially for enjoying it. I was in Turkey and in 2022, there were so many stray cats everywhere. I've heard about that. I would just have this inexplicable urge to take all of them home with me, and it would make me sad not being able to. Was it a big fat raccoon once too? That's just Dave. Dave was just stopping by to say hello. And he's my birthday twin. That's another thing. Hamlet loves you and Danny. That's something I've wanted to talk about, like with fellow content creators, by the way. If I know somebody's like first name and they're like open to sharing it publicly, of course, I don't mean that in a weird way. If they call themselves both as their own name and as their YouTube name or Twitch name, depending on who it is, it always feels like I'm calling them by like their super like business official government name instead of their username. Like it feels weird. Does that make sense? Let's double check to make sure I didn't like miss a text from my mother-in-law or my actual mom. Sometimes they text me when I'm live. How far are you on this island? I would say definitely more than halfway done. My main issue right now is honestly needing to get the rest of the villagers. I could easily, like if I really dedicated, if I had everything and I dedicated at least a couple of hours to just decorating, I could probably finish that day. Oh, I also need to decorate the inside of my character's house, but that's honestly like the least of my concerns because that to me, I feel like is less stressful. Excuse me, less stressful than decorating on the exterior, which sounds like it doesn't make sense because I have said before that I find interior decorating more difficult. But what I mean by that is I get less inspiration for interiors than exteriors, but exteriors like outside on the land and stuff, that takes so much longer than the inside. So yes, I may have more ideas for outside, but it just takes forever. I'm trying to pop my neck. Has my next theme been done before? I've looked into it and I don't think so. And if it has been done, then it's just not a very common theme. That's my recorder at home? Oh no! Also, hello BK, welcome in. I know you said like that was a joke, but no. We were talking about recorders the other day. I don't know why that was a big thing in schools, but it was just a really long thing. A lot of people were forced to learn to play the recorders, and I will never understand it. Same with me, I had to. Why was it a thing? Like, I don't get the point of that. For me, it was in elementary school. I don't know how you guys had elementary school set up, but for me, aside from like our essential subjects and things like recess and lunch and whatever, we also, our school called it block, but basically the block was either PE, music, a science lab, or it was art. And for music class, they forced us to learn to play the recorder for some reason. And every time you like made certain progress, you'd get a colorful belt tied onto your recorder. Ew! I don't... That villager just... I don't like him. No particular reason, I just don't like him. It sounds so mean. We were all so off to it and our parents had to sit through it and be impressed. Unfortunately, I did subject my poor mother to listening to it a lot. Stop, same. I specifically remember having to learn Hot Cross Buns, but I don't remember any of the other songs. There was like a handful of other ones though. Yeah, too. And I remember that we were given the option to learn an instrument. I don't know if y'all's elementary schools did this, but in addition to that for music classes, every grade level, a couple of times per year, would have to put on what we called programs. And the programs was basically just it was honestly like a brief choir concert, but with students that were forced to sing whether they liked to or not. And I hated that. Oh my gosh. That was like bane of my existence in elementary school, which is funny because like I do love singing and I love musical theater, but the forced singing with songs that I couldn't choose, that was what aggravated me about it. They're literally called recorder karate. I almost said recorder karaoke instead because I'm just very, very literate today, I guess. After my legs started, LOL, I wanted to play the flute, but I was terrible and I never practiced. My sister used to play the flute. She doesn't anymore, though. She hasn't in years. My mother-in-law does, though, and then my sister, my other sister, She hasn't played it in a while, but she can play the guitar, acoustic specifically. I love singing, but I understand people who don't like to in public, people who just want to sing on their own accord. Yeah, for some people it's just for fun or like a way to decompress or try something new, whatever it is. For me, it was just because the lack of choice in doing it was just very annoying. The primary song I remember being forced to learn and sing was the 50 Nifty United States. First. It did force me into learning all the states though, and I still remember all of them in order. So I guess that was the point of it, but it was a very annoyingly catchy song. All the schools talking to each other and saying, how can we make kids miserable? And I'm like, let's make them play the recorder. Recordal? I was gonna say something funny, and then I said that by accident. Well, the cat's back asleep again. She woke up earlier to groom herself. There's a hair sticking out. I'm on 2 streams now, yours and Fairies. Did she start early? I think she's been starting earlier. Either way, I will be popping back in there after mine ends. Unless she says in her title that she's not streaming as long. Because sometimes she ends early, which is a mood. Sometimes like, I can't stream as long either. I don't know about you, but I hate drawing attention to myself. If it's not out of my own accord, such like out of my own choosing, then yes, I hate that as well. For some reason, this whole conversation reminds me of something that I did in middle school. So I think we called them SIGs. I don't remember what SIG was supposed to stand for, but that's what we called them. And my thing that I did was like a mini choir class. And my choir class was not an elective. It was supposed to be a SIG, which again, cannot remember what that stood for to save my life. But they made us sing individual songs periodically aside from like actual rehearsing. And my chosen karaoke song was Teenage Dirtbag by Wheatus. So if you can imagine me with a pixie cut and a Doctor Who jacket singing that I'm a teenage dirtbag and how much that really made my choir teacher really angry. That was a really fun time. She cut me off mid-singing and told me to just go sit back down. I'm not upset with her about it. Like, it was very funny to look back on. I don't mind playing with others. I could never do it on my own because I can be embarrassed with everybody else. That's the thing with theater, at least to me. It's like extra embarrassing if like rehearsals are on stage, whatever it is. Like if you are doing your performance and you make some kind of error or mistake, it is so much more embarrassing if you're by yourself. But I feel like if I'm on stage and there's other people on there with me that are also messing up or forgetting something in some way, I immediately feel so much better. Even if they aren't messing up too, like I still feel better because I'm not physically by myself on the stage. I remember my first theater performance ever. I was in Annie Get Your Gun and I was 7. I was in the youth ensemble, and for one of the big opening dance numbers that we had, I was standing not center stage, but like I was in the front. And so it was very easily visible. I had a brief moment where when I got a little anxious, I forgot some of the dancing. And so like I had to like as subtly as I could, instead of looking forward like I was supposed to, look at the person's feet next to me to remember what to do. Thankfully though, I was obviously a child and like nobody like hardcore judged me or anything. I'm back. Welcome back, Allie. Hold on a second, I'm typing a poll. I love whenever I make a huge typo. Thankfully I noticed it. Y'all can hear me, right? YouTube was being a little goofy again for a second. We good? Just want to make sure. By the way, for reference, if you've never had Wingstop, their mild flavor literally honestly just tastes like a spicy buffalo sauce. At least to me it does. I want to join theater and I'm a confident person, but I have incredible stage fright to the point it's not even funny. I would honestly say to just go for it. I remember I really enjoyed it the first time around, but regardless, there was still some degree of nerves, and that is okay. That is very normal. And honestly, anybody that genuinely judges you for that, don't even feed into that, because when it comes down to it in life, someone else's opinion of you is none of your business anyways. Like, somebody can be sitting next to me and I can be very aware that they don't like me or they think that I'm all these negative things. And I'm just at a point where I just really don't care anymore. I don't have the energy to care. And their thoughts and opinions about me are none of my business anyways. It's not my job to manage their emotions. It's not my job to manage their opinions. Same thing applies to everybody else. So do with that what you will. I think you should go for it. It's up to you though. In high school, I took a drama class because I wanted a class that was more fun and not academic. When we were put in groups, we had to do a fairy tale or Disney movie play, and my group did Peter Pan and went to elementary school to perform it. That was so sweet. Or that sounds so sweet. Excuse me, I worded it a little bit weird, but I've always wanted to do Peter Pan. Was it fun? Yeah, I can. And because I was the shortest, they all like, you'll be Tinkerbell. It's always interesting whenever I look at stage adaptations of Peter Pan, trying to see how they go about interpreting Tinkerbell, because different companies do different things. Like, I feel like a lot of ways you can go about it. Some people hire an actual person, and then if they have the right equipment and the funds for it, they do harnesses so that way people can go up in the air. And then some people also will just use like a very far away light that's like bright enough that you can see it from any angle, and they move it across the stage to represent Tinkerbell. That's a general thing that I like about theater. I love seeing all the different ways that people go about tackling different themes or characters, so on and so forth. Life is so much more fun whenever you learn to not care, because instead of insulting bullies alone, there are so many other options to get them away. Plus, another thing that I want to add in that I learned is whenever somebody is very clearly going out of their way to try and tear you down, the only reason they're reaching up like that and trying to tear you down is because you are already above them and thriving and being happy, and they don't like that. They're already miserable with themselves or miserable with their lives in some way, shape, or form, whether they want to acknowledge that or not. And their way of coping with that subconsciously is to tear down another person in an attempt to feel more superior. So there's no point in worrying about their opinion. Instead, send them good thoughts, send them good energy, and hope that they heal from whatever they're struggling with so they can be happier too. I really want to grab the cat, but she's sleeping. I want to show her off, but she's sleeping, and that'd be mean. I should have done it earlier when she was awake. Oh, I think she heard me. Is that a stretch I see? Luna. I took dance in grade 10. The next year they took it away and I had to perform in front of everyone as a class. And I didn't care because I knew once I graduated I didn't have to see them. And even if you did, like, anybody that went out of their way to be mean to you, that's on them for choosing to be mean when they could just as easily choose to be nice. They usually do that when they're so jealous of you, they have to go out of their way to try and get you to stoop to your level or to their best of the worst. I think I butchered that a little bit when I was reading it, but yes, I agree. My other thing about that subject is, like, somebody's going out of their way to truly be like really awful to you. In my mind, I try to just send them good energy and I try to wish them healing, because clearly there has got to be some kind of hate or negativity sitting in their mind or their heart or both that's leading them to believe that that kind of behavior is okay. So I wish those people healing, and I hope that they recover from whatever it is that's making them believe that that kind of behavior is acceptable. I was bullied all through middle school. Same, unfortunately. I can relate though, and I'm sorry that you went through that. What was that notification? I can't see it. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the community. Oh, wait, where's my paper? I keep losing it. Okay, I was originally gonna get Fuchsia and then we replaced her with Claudia, but now I'm seeing Fuchsia. I'm not gonna do that though because I have Claudia to replace her, so I'm not concerned. Sorry, all I heard was, another thing that's important is cut to Just Dance ad. Yes. And I love that though, that's funny. I used to not tell anyone I had a learning disability because I didn't want to be seen as not smart, but now as an adult, I now know I learned in my own way. And I'm smart in my own way. Absolutely you are, and I'm proud of you for that progress. It can be really hard to be honest with yourself about that. I'm really proud of you. Really, I am. I mean that. I'm not sorry to change the subject, but I wanted to check the poll. Interesting. All three are perfectly tied. There's 6 votes right now, so I believe there's 2 each. Excuse me. Actually, I'm gonna get my cat. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to the just chatting screen. Give me a second. I'm gonna get the kitty cat for you guys. Sorry I look bald when I take those off. Say hi, baby. Oh, she said, I don't want to talk to them. She says, I don't want to be in the spotlight. She just tried to get up. Hey, hi, baby. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. She's like, leave me alone. I just woke up from a nap. I don't have the energy for this. I'll leave you alone. Yeah, she just went right back to her spot. I love her. How old is she? She is 4, but she'll be 5 next month. Luna, you're not allowed to age. No, that voice crack. Age. Look, you love her so much. She's my baby. She did drag my pants into her litter box earlier though and get pee on them, but it's fine. I almost said initially that she's 5, and the thing is, because when I first got her, they said specifically that she was just barely having turned a year old. And then I go and I check her paperwork, and it says her birthday is a completely different birthday than I thought, so I'm just going off of what I originally did. So with that logic, she's 4. I'm gonna check the playlist, by the way, and add maybe at least a few extra songs towards the end. Because depending on how fast I wrap up the conversation at the end, I don't want it to like go silent or start playing something copyrighted. Okay, I added 1 extra song towards the end. So if you weren't here in the beginning, I put on a KK Slider Animal Crossing cover of Good Luck Babe by Chaperone. And I added that to the very end. There could be a little bit of extra time just in case I'm yapping. So that way, like, it doesn't play something copyright. I mean, that still might get copyright claimed, but like, even if it does, it's very worth it. So, yeah, the playlist is a little bit longer. That's a cute way to close it out though. I love that. Any goals for 2025? Do you mean specifically in my personal life or on YouTube? You could specify. I'm happy to answer. Okay, for YouTube, I would say in 2025, I want to post at least one short every day. I'm not saying with videos, I almost said that, but I've just honestly, aside from like the chaos of the past year, I have just like slowly but surely had my interest in posting videos like deplete. Occasionally I still want to, so I still post them from time to time, but I just feel like I cannot be bothered lately. But I do like shorts, and I didn't have the time as much this past year to do them consistently, so I'm hoping that next year, for my goal, just have one a day. Whatever the post is, just post something. I don't want to say a goal for a number of subscribers just because I've done that before with certain time frames, and it always ends up stressing me out a lot. Given any subscriber milestones, I will be thrilled to reach. My ultimate goal for the future someday, just whenever it happens, would be 10,000 subscribers. Anything more than that would be a huge blessing. Cherry! She's on my list. Okay, some of you haven't seen my list, so I'm gonna read it off for you. Some of these villagers I already have, but these are the villagers that we planned for this island. Some of them have changed since then. So Peaches, Apple, Puddles, Peanut, Claudia, Chrissy, Annalise, Diana, Charlize, and Cherry. I had to like read that slowly to make sure I wouldn't read the wrong names. But I'm kind of thinking here, let me see what Streamlabs says. Videos only when you really want to. That's kind of what I'm doing at this point. Like, I'm not quitting them entirely per se, but a lot of the times I just have no interest, and I feel bad about it, but it's not going to be a good video and a genuinely interesting video unless I'm really like enjoying it, because you can tell when somebody's not enjoying it. Streamlabs says I've been live for an hour and 35 minutes. Okay, I could easily just take Cherry and then settle for amiiboing in a couple of replacement villagers, because I told myself realistically I'm probably gonna have to use some of them so I can wrap this up soon and start the other island that I want to do. I hate having to be so vague about it. It's killing me not being able to tell you guys what it is. But now I'm debating if I want to do that. I don't know. Because I am really wanting to wrap this up ASAP. Here. I guess I could make that a poll, and we could just talk for a few minutes while the poll's up. Can you read the list again? Sure, just give me a second. The only thing is, if I do that with the amiibos, I don't have all the ones that are on the list. I only have some villagers that I decided I would be okay with being as backup villagers, just because, again, for like the millionth time, I really want to finish this island soon. So I'll read it a little bit slower this time. So there's Peaches, Apple, Puddles, Peanut, Claudia, Chrissy, Annalise, Diana, Charlize, and Cherry. I feel like when people force it, I know they don't look happy, and I'd rather people make videos that make them happy and not forced. Exactly. Like, I can 100% as both a creator and a viewer pick up on that. Like, even if that means they barely post normal videos throughout the year, then so be it, because you can really tell when it's forced. And I hate that for other people, and I hate that for myself. If you want me to, I can also go back over the replacement amiibo cards that I have. Sorry. There was a hair stuck to my chapstick. Do you have Peaches? I do not have Peaches, but don't worry. I will make sure that I get her regardless, because she is the ultimate priority, like, cannot be replaced kind of villager. I'm just gonna kind of run around. I need to give you guys a chance to be able to vote. Yeah, let me know if you want me to read off the replacement amiibos that I have again. If this is making anybody nauseous, please speak up so I can stop. The scenery is so pretty in this game. It really is a beautiful game. And like, no matter when the Animal Crossing franchise stops, I'm gonna be in mourning that day when the Animal Crossing franchise ends. I really am. I do have a list of villagers that I've started on for the next island. I just can't tell you what that is yet. I haven't even finished the list either. But I do have a list. I think I've got like, where is it? I think I left the notebook in the other room maybe. But I have like at least 5 or 6 villagers listed out for the next one. Sometimes I plan them with you guys when I'm gonna make a new island soon, but sometimes I can't because it has to be kept a surprise for as long as I can. And this is just one of those times. All right, let's see how many votes there are. 6 votes, okay. It's probably gonna end up being a yes then because everybody has said yes, but I'm gonna give you another moment to vote just in case. But I am gonna like end the poll soon just 'cause I don't wanna leave it on there for like too long. Are you getting Pocket Camp complete? Honestly, I don't know. But on the other Pocket Camp, I did have like well over 1 million bells saved up on there. I didn't have like any leaf tickets, but I had a lot of bells. Last call for voting if you wanted to. I know it's probably gonna be a yes, but still. I wanna be able to give people a chance to participate. So last call for voting before I end it, if you'd like to. I don't know if it's worth the money for a mobile game. Oh, did it buffer a little bit? It might have buffered a little bit. I hope not. I'm gonna check my Streamlabs settings just to make sure there's nothing going on that I'm missing. I don't see anything. Yeah, it seems fine to me. Yeah, I feel like it seems fine. You found cherry on a cherry island? I did. I didn't even notice that until you pointed it out either. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take Cherry. Technically speaking, her house will be in the wrong area because her house location will become where Peach's house needs to be. That's easily fixable later. It's not that deep. It's not like I have a dream address yet or anything. Oh, by the way, since I decided I was gonna go ahead and have Good Luck Babe be at the end of the playlist this time again so that we can close out with the same song, I'm gonna let it play out the whole song. So if you see my end screen being on there for a ridiculous amount of time, mind your business. You said your goal for 2025 is to get your act together? Literally, I'm gonna pin that. If you want me to take that down though because you're uncomfortable, please let me know. Literally, that could not possibly be truer. Thanks, you're welcome. Also, hey, make sure that you're on the live part of the stream. I feel like you might be a little bit behind. Maybe. I know she's saying it right now, so it's already confirmed, but after the whole Faith Agnes situation, I always have to talk to them like 2 more times afterwards to make sure. Okay, now that that is settled, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna save the game, and then I'm gonna replace another villager. You stay up until midnight on New Year's Eve, or you just sleep whenever you're tired? It depends on the year, honestly. That, and it depends on how my mental health is on that specific day. A lot of the times though, if and when possible, I at least like to see the date change, and then I'm like, all right, sleepy time. Like I don't stay up and party or anything. I'll never forget the one New Year's whenever I was in the living room with my mom. I was a kid at the time, and I was really sick, and she was watching the countdown on the TV, and as soon as it hit midnight, like I'm talking the millisecond that it hit midnight, I started throwing up, and she like didn't know where to put it. So at first she like, total mom instincts, but like puts her hands under me to catch it, and then she's like, ew, wait, never mind, that's disgusting, and then puts her throw blanket under me. And I felt so bad because I ruined it. And I was like, I'm so sorry, I just don't feel good. She was like, it's fine, it's a blanket, but like I felt bad anyways. Oh. I just caught myself going all the way here again out of instinct because on Villager Hunt stream, I just rapid fire go to islands. Well, I just did that out of muscle memory. That is so funny. Don't call me out on it. I just noticed. Staying up until midnight as a kid was so hard. It was. And now as an adult, I can do that so easily if I want to. I don't always feel like it, but sometimes I do. 3, 2, 1, happy new year. Literally, it's exactly what happened. I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted. Me 2 seconds after waking up, honestly. Okay. Well, has anybody here not seen the Pink Pony Club area that I built on my island? It looks the best whenever it's actually really dark out so things can like glow a bit more. But does anybody here want to see that before I save the game so I can use the amiibo? I'm already on my way over there. I may as well. It's some of those areas that hasn't been fully filled in yet or anything, so don't mind that. I thought I clicked the button correct. Okay. So quick tour. Here is the area where you have to line up and wait for the bouncer to verify your age because you can't be going into clubs when you're underage, besties. It's not a good idea. So we have like the waiting area, got a little drink machine, right? And then you go in here. This is like the walkway area after your age has been verified. Normally it's very pretty because it glows at night. And then we have the seating area. We have like the little signs and like the pink horses, alternating pink and white benches. I don't have music put in there yet, but we have cherry speakers. We have a bunch of stage lights. There's a ladder right here so that way guests can come up here and they can take turns doing covers of Chapel Roan. The speaker, electric guitar, all the jazz. Wait, I'm not done yet though. Wait, there's more. We have a bar area for people that want it. And then of course we have a porta potty in case you're singing and then you need to take a dump. What song will you put? I will probably put like Bubblegum KK or something because I can't put actual Chapel Roan music, unfortunately. I would if I could though. I just had to verify that Cherry was there. I've been like this ever since the whole Faith Agnes situation happened. Okay, this is gonna sound really cringe. I think I've said this before, but don't mind me if I'm repeating myself. I repeat myself sometimes. But like, do you really ever feel like if you could somehow safely and painlessly do this, you ever wish you could like take your spine out of your body, crack it like a whip, put it in some cold water, pat it dry gently, and then put it back in your body? I feel like that would feel so good. Bubblegum KK would fit the area so well. I feel like it would too. I'm changing it to be early. Actually, no. I'll do it where it's even later so you can see the area when it's darker. There's my smart brain moment. It would though. Thank you. I also feel like taking my brain out of my skull and like scrubbing it really good and then like letting it air dry and then putting it back on my body so it can rehydrate and be refreshed. That would feel so good. Same thing with my eyeballs. I want to take them out of my skull and put them in a bowl of ice water. Honestly, let's take out all of our body parts and put them in ice water and then put them back. That would feel good. If my mom hears this, she's probably like, that was what reminds me of what I was going to say earlier. Whenever I was asking about my goals for next year, I didn't know if she meant for YouTube or for real life. I was going to say for my personal life, I want to move out sometime next year, though. I have had to put it off for a lot longer than I originally wanted to when I first started my channel because unfortunately, I don't really make a whole lot usually, and then the world is very, 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 very expensive trying to do anything. I promise I'm trying. It's just tough out here. I'm trying though. What would you do if Chaperone saw these lives? Shart immediately. I shart everywhere. Everywhere. If she saw me say that specifically, she'd probably block me, but I would shart. In same state or out of state, there's a couple different areas that I've debated, but I don't really want to say what they are, to be honest, just because that's a privacy issue for me. I've debated both in-state and out-of-state places. Just kind of depends on how things go in the future. I try to keep my options open in that regard, just so that way, like, there's different things that I'm open to, and I'm not super fixated on just one thing and then disappointed if it doesn't work out, you know? I just feel like that's not fair. My own self. Okay, I think I might have to take off my little thumb grips so that way it actually does the sensor correctly. Okay, there we go, I took it off. Okay. I keep doing that because that's me trying to like, I keep burping for some reason. I'm trying to make it quieter. So Chrissy actually is one of the builders that I legitimately need. So she's not technically a replacement one. I actually need her. So I'm gonna get Chrissy's amiibo first and foremost. You'll find the right place for you when it's the right time. Absolutely, and thank you for that reminder. I appreciate it. I've looked at the virtual tours of apartments in every single state on the apartments.com app. Like I've seen them all. It's at this point one of my favorite things to do. I do that with Zillow houses. Like I look at Zillow houses for fun at varying price ranges just to see what kind of houses exist out there. The only thing is with amiibos, you have to like build them a couple of things before they're willing to move into your island. So I'll probably have to wrap it up like as soon as I finish that. I really pretend to be a real estate agent. That's how I feel whenever I decorate houses on Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise. I love how I spaced and I went over here forgetting where my own campsite is. Love that for me. Oh, by the way, I did finish the rainbow garden. It just started growing extra flowers. I look at my apartment now, if I was to move in now, how much it would be. Everything is just, all across the board in life is just so expensive. I hate it. Like it physically pains me buying groceries sometimes. Oh, I can easily make that. A wooden block stool is like one of the easiest things I feel like to make. I'm I'm just gonna double check those so I can get a refresher on what kinds of wood it needs. I need to make a block toy and then just 2 pieces of softwood. Okay, so total I need like 5 pieces of softwood. It's 3,000 something for 3 bedrooms now, and for a 2-bedroom it's like 2,700 or something. I feel like especially like if you like, regardless of where you're from, I feel like I'm talking about in North America, because if I'm remembering right, I don't think we're from the same place. I'm gonna be horrifically embarrassed if I got that wrong. But regardless, I feel like no matter where you live, everything is just really expensive now. And a lot of it was initially due to like inflation and whatnot, but now I feel like it's at a point where it's like more about greed than anything else. Don't mind my voice crack. Just pretend I didn't do that, please. I don't know where I put my crafting table, so I'm probably just gonna have to go back and forth to Tom Nook's, but it's fine. Not to Tom Nook's, to the plaza, excuse me. I wonder why so many people move back home. It's kind of sad. Like, by the way, I have nothing against people like living at home like with their parents. Like, if you're able to, I'm very happy for you that you have the option, because a lot of people don't, unfortunately. But like, it's sad that it's necessary is what I'm saying, you know? I gotta go now. It's time to bathe my child and get ready for bed. I hope the stream goes well. No worries, Allie. Thank you for hanging out with us and for modding. I appreciate you. Oh, yeah, thank you for the hydration reminder. While I am perfectly capable of the 5 streams per week, because I've done that before, I haven't actually consistently yapped this much back to back in a while. So I'm probably gonna sleep very good tonight. It's like, I feel like that's something that I feel like people don't realize with streaming specifically, that I'll say. Like, whenever I hear people say that they're interested in streaming, that's something that I feel like is often overlooked, is how genuinely tiring it is, especially when you either come back from a break or if you're just starting out, because the constant attention to things related to technology and the attention to the chat that you put toward, the attention towards whatever game you're playing or whatever activity you're doing, combined with the constant physical aspect of talking, is a lot more tiring than you think. That's why a lot of people end up needing a day or 2 at least to rest afterwards if they've just done a really, 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 really long stream. Miss Chrissy, you better move on to this island, or me and the chat are gonna fight you. Is she so for real? I mean, at least I have her amiibo so I can invite her back. It's been forever since I've done these. Do I have to invite her back repetitively, or do I just talk to her a bunch until she asks to have other things made? I can't remember. It's one or the other. Can somebody let me know, please? I do need to end my stream soon. I'm just thinking my mom texted me. But which one is it? I can't remember. Three times? Okay, well then I'm gonna have to save this for another time, but for sure we'll go ahead and just use her amiibo since I need her anyways. I am gonna switch to my just chatting screen now so I can talk. Thank you guys so much for coming to the stream. Thank you for liking and thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. I need an open plot. You can either have that or you can choose somebody to kick off the island. The video's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Like, they pretend to be all happy about it. Again, here is my new schedule. If you have not already seen it, if I can type correctly, that'd be great. Here is the Discord link. If you're of age and you're interested in Discord, I would highly recommend joining. The bulk, if not sometimes even all of my announcements and general updates go into Discord so that way don't clog people's YouTube feeds. So I know that'll get annoying. So there is that. I'm gonna play the Good Luck Babe Animal Crossing cover. Like, I don't know, hello? Oh, there's something up there that was like blank. I'm gonna play the Good Luck Babe cover one last time for the end screen. And I'm gonna let it play all the way through because I like it so much. So if you see it continue for kind of a long time, mind your business. Anyways, for the first time that I've been able to say in a while, I will see you guys tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Time for another live stream. Bye, everybody.